It's calling me, like the rainbow, like the rainbow. It's calling me, like the rainbow, the
Hi Jeremy, it's from Seamless Flooring. Thank you so much for joining us here on our impromptu online flooring expo. We're super excited to have you a part of our guest list, and thank you. I really appreciate you joining us.
Thanks very much. It's Saturday morning, 10 o'clock, lockdown. I suppose this is what we're doing nowadays.
And with lockdown and coronavirus and all the drama that's unfolding, what do you think, if you had a crystal ball, would you see about what's coming next for the flooring industry once lockdown is over? I mean, do you have some thoughts around what might happen next?
Anyone's guess right now. I do have a few ideas. I do think that as an industry with the coronavirus, that we need to start supporting our local businesses. I think that's very important going forward in the present conditions, that we look within our own borders, support our local South African companies, buy our own raw materials. Obviously, this inspires confidence in our own local ranges, and it also allows us to identify gaps in the marketplace, new products, etc., etc. And also, obviously, money stays within our borders when we start buying local.
Absolutely. It's tough out there at the moment, and I think we're going to see a fair amount of change on also how we go about business. I think this is definitely going to be quite a strong point in how we engage digitally. But on another angle, can you go over a little bit more about your own personal businesses and brands and give us a little bit of idea of what you actually do?
All right. So I own a company called Seamless Flooring Systems. The company itself has been in existence for 18 years now. In Seamless Flooring Systems, we have two brands. One of them is the PlaySafe brand, which is playground flooring, safety flooring. And the other brand is our Seamless Stone Flooring division, which is Quartz Carpet and Spectra and other similar brands. So on the Quartz Carpet side, Quartz Carpet itself is in 5 continents around the world in over 60 countries. In 2018, we were fortunate to pass the 1 million square meters sold in South Africa mark. What Quartz Carpet itself is a seamless stone flooring system. We import the stone. You see, some things you have to import. Okay, I'll talk about not importing and supporting local, but there's certain products that you have to bring in if it's the best quality that you can get. So the best quality stone in the world comes from our supplier in Belgium. They supply every continent in the world with this particular brand of stone. We use it in South Africa with our Quartz Carpet system. And one of the reasons we use this stone is the strength of the stone itself. It's an alluvial quartz stone, measures 8 out of 10 on the Mohs scale of hardness. Without running other companies or products down, the closest stone strength that we have in South Africa at the moment is a 3. So you can imagine that these local stones are covered in cracks and fissures. They're sharp, they're angular, and they're almost destined to fail. So yes, it costs a little bit more, but we bring in a quality stone. Then we might have manufactured resins, polyurethanes and epoxies for our binders. The binders are mixed with the stone and screeded onto the floor. For Quartz Carpet, we have a plant in Cape Town, a factory, and what we do is we bring in the quartz from overseas and then we color it with a licensed and patent coloring technique, so that each individual particle or granule of stone is colored to a range of, say, 36 colors or so. Some exciting news on the Quartz Carpet side is after 18 years of the same colors, we are going to launch, it's been held up by lockdown, of course, launch a brand new range of colors. We've actually cut the range of colors in half from 36 down to 18. We find that it's better to have a smaller group of colors. Some of the colors say weren't selling, but also color palettes have changed over the years. So we've taken some advice and we've got new colors coming through. So that's very exciting, something to look out for Quartz Carpet is a brand new color palette. On the other side of the business is our PlaySafe, which is our flooring side, which is safety flooring for children's playgrounds. We also do athletics tracks, IAAF athletics tracks, safety playgrounds, also gyms, sports areas, but probably stronger in the playground industry. We have a tile, a rubber tile, an interlocking tile, which we which we sell, and each individual tile is actually pre-certified to meet the SANS standard. It's the only tile in South Africa which is pre-certified to actually meet international standards, and that if it's paired to the correct fall height. So we have tiles from 30 millimeters in thickness up to 90 millimeters in thickness too.
Jeremy, there was an article that I've been following in the news of you had a really exciting project up around Johannesburg. Can you tell us a little bit more about that project, which is headline news in the flooring industry?
That particular job is the Bank City project in Johannesburg CBD. A very prestigious job. We're very proud of that job. We did it in the middle of 2019. It was a world first on several fronts. One of them being the fact that EPDM flooring, which is the type of flooring that was used at Bank City, it was the first time EPDM had ever been installed on a vertical surface ever. And it shocked a lot of people. We had people flying over from Germany, et cetera, had never seen it. I went over to Germany to a conference. I think there were 350 installers from around the world that gathered, and they showed this particular video of the Bank City project. And for the next 2 days, I think all I did was talk and explain the project, et cetera. So, we put South Africa on the map there a bit. The actual project itself was a 3,000 square meter floor. It was a very bland area in central CBD Johannesburg. Between the banks, we put down 15 millimeters of an EPDM floor in the various patterns and designs. The strength of the rubber used was actually a 90 Shaw as opposed to the standard 60 Shaw used in children's playgrounds. It was trial down, and we worked in conjunction with Bochutman Architects, who designed this beautiful floor. And all congratulations as well to Bob van Beber, who supported us as well, from the director of Bochutman on this project. And we did it in a very quick time, if you want to call it. We were given 9 weeks to complete the project, and we completed it in 5 weeks, which was 4 weeks ahead of the scheduled finishing date, which, if you know construction, usually it takes a little bit longer. And the clients themselves were very satisfied with the final product, with some very good commendations.
Jeremy, I've heard a rumor that you've got a bit of an expanded new range that is really pioneering and cutting edge. Can you explain a little bit more, or give us a couple of teasers about some of your new technologies?
So Spectra is a new range of products within our company. We have a couple of different granules. We've got Spectra Quartz, which has been on the market for about 6 to 8 months now. Spectra Quartz is it's a quartz which we color into different colors. We've got 40 single colors, and we've got 40 color blends. We sell to the multinational resin type companies themselves, and they have taken our products and they've blended them into their own ranges. So that's doing very well. The sizes that's available in is, we can do it in any size, but at the moment we're doing it in a 0.4 to 0.8 stone and a 0.8 mil to a 1.2 millimeter stone. Then we have the Spectra Glow range, which is quartz carpet effectively, but it's in a glow in the dark stone. Ooh. So it's laying quartz carpet, which you can do outside, and very exciting.
I have to ask, is that where you have like glow in the dark sidewalks and bicycle lanes and things like that?
Correct. Yeah, we actually stole the idea, not the technology. We stole the idea, and I saw it overseas, and I saw it in Europe, and I said, we can actually do something like that. So the last year was about formulating and getting that product right, so it's ready for market. That's available. Then we have quartz carpet sparkle. We've just completed quite a large project, or not us, one of our installers has just finished a 2,000 square meter quartz carpet sparkle project in Zimbabwe. Unfortunately for them, their workers are just shortly after our lockdown. Zimbabwe had their lockdown, so although they've completed the project, they're sitting in Zimbabwe on lockdown in Zimbabwe side. The glow in the dark, going back to that, it glows for 8 to 10 hours. Then we have another exciting product, which is the photoluminescent chips. So it's glow in the dark. It's not stone. We've taken a polymer and we've included the photoluminescent pigment to it and made chips out of it. And this is used for concrete polishing. It's added to wet cement. It's then troweled down into the concrete itself. The concrete is allowed to cure, and then the floor is polished so that the floor has these photoluminescent chips in it.
Wow.
And then we have Spectra rubber, which is, I did touch on it earlier. We have Spectra rubber infill, which is for FIFA and for World Rugby pitches. That is, it's SBR, truck tire, recycled rubber, which we have colored with a green pigment. And this is used on soccer pitches as an infill. So that's called Spectra infill. Then we have mulch, which is it looks like your garden mulch. Looks like wood or bark. It's in the exact same range of colors. We've got 6 colors in the mulch range. The lovely thing about this product, and it's actually a multi-billion-dollar industry in the United States. The lovely thing about this product is that it lasts 10 years plus, whereas your wood and your bark, etc., will last you a year, and then you've got to redo your lawns, etc., etc. Then we've got Spectra Play, which is for your playground rubber. So we mentioned we do EPDM rubber, which is your bright colored rubbers. And we actually take black recycled rubber, we color it to a range of 16 bright, funky colors. And that is applied with resin onto a floor as your playground flooring. And then the last but not least is we do the Spectra glass as well. So we take recycled glass, different sizes, we color the glass. We have vertical binders, and the glass is mixed with these binders. And it's used more of a wall coating, a very decorative, highly decorative wall coating.
Fantastic. And this just brings me to the point of which I know you're really passionate about as well, is the skills and the skills required to install these technical products. Because you hold various training workshops, it's really close to your heart. Can you expand upon the training and educational aspect as well?
Training has always been close to my heart. We do training. We hold training courses in our Johannesburg branch and our Cape Town branch. From a skills training level, we don't charge for our training. You come along on our training courses. They're 2 days or 3 days, and we can do quartz carpet training. We'll do wet pour rubber training. That's actually for playgrounds. That's taking the binder itself, mixing it with the rubber, the various rubber we use, and putting it on the ground. And then, of course, the play-safe tiles, showing people how to install the tiles.
Are you approaching the architects and specifiers directly, or is this through your retailer network? How does the market engage with these products?
We sell quartz carpet, for example, is sold directly through the installers. We sell directly to installers, and that's very important to note for the customer or the consumer. In 18 years of business, we've yet to sell 1 square meter of quartz carpet to any individual or company that has not undertaken the training course. Obviously, we get requests daily for people to buy the quartz carpet and install it, mainly from the contractors, and we direct them directly to our installers. We do, as I said, we do training courses. We've got training courses coming up this year. So if anyone watching this is in the flooring industry, the installers, and they want to become a quartz carpet installer, they're welcome to contact me after this and enroll for the training courses. We upscaled them in 2019. We used to have contracting teams ourselves within our company, and we shut that all down to focus on a different business model, which is to stay out of contracting ourselves and to sell directly to the contractors. We're in sub-Saharan Africa, most sub-Saharan African countries, and on the Indian Ocean islands as well, and obviously throughout South Africa.
Jeremy, your advice, the flooring industry, we spoke a little bit as we started off on what's going to happen next, but I'd love to have some insight from you on what should we be doing differently as a flooring industry, besides obviously where we locate or support South African businesses. What can we do differently in the flooring industry going forward to get through this crisis that we are all in together?
We've just got to stick together. A lot of companies flooring is either, let's say, residential, or you're either in the hospitality business or industry, commercial, institutional, landscaping. Those are the various, where we can apply floors. So I think every segment is slightly different. So obviously from a health and hygiene point of view, going forward, I think that's going to be a huge part of moving forward with the coronavirus, that plants or food manufacturing areas are really going to have to jack up on their flooring systems that they use. Hygiene is going to become a bigger talking point, and specifications will obviously be upscaled to include some of these products. Just living at home for the last 3 weeks or so, I think a lot of people, if you're in the residential market, and you probably speak for you guys and a lot of other people, is we've come to realize how important our homes are as well. So, our homes become our kingdoms. A man's home is your castle. So we live at home, and I think going forward, I don't think this social distancing is going to end very quickly. I don't see it over in a few weeks or months. It could be a year, it could be 2 years, it could be forever. We don't know. So I think people are going to start looking inwards and start looking towards their own homes to actually say, you know what, why don't we take out the kitchen floor and we put in some vinyl, or we go into the lounge and we put some solid wood flooring down, or we go outside and we put quartz carpet around the pool. So I think there's a lot of options open themselves up for now about maybe marketing flooring in a different way as to the homeowner specific, as to improving their flooring options that they have at the house. If you look at overseas, in Europe, how a lot of companies operate, a lot of the flooring, the installers, they actually operate out of these massive, call them, I forget the word, but pentathlon trucks, big trucks. And they travel around Europe. It's not like South Africa where we kind of very homed in, we operate in Cape Town or we operate in Joburg or whatever. These companies travel, they'll go do a job in France today, Germany tomorrow. They travel around, and their home actually is their showroom. So a lot of them have, say, their wives might be at home. Someone wants to see what they do, and they would actually go to the home. And some of them have actually built onto their properties showrooms. And you can actually go there, visit the showroom, which is on their personal home property, have a look at it, see what they do. And the installation team is the truck that moves and operates out of there, and they travel around. And maybe that's what's going to happen with us. So we kind of start operating from home, satellite business operation, if you want to call it, and you move from there. Obviously, hygiene again, whoever perhaps advertises and advocates the highest hygiene standards in the application of the floors, those are going to be the companies that survive as well.
Thank you, Jeremy. I really appreciate you joining us. Wow, that's a huge range to explore, and I really look forward to exploring these in some greater depth, maybe in an up-and-coming vlog. But thank you for joining us here on the Online Flooring Expo. This is new technology. We really do appreciate your support, and all the best for your post-COVID recovery within the business sector. And we look forward to chatting to you further later on.
Yeah, and thank you to you guys as well. Thank you for finding the opportunity to voice our concerns, or what we do at this point in time. It's fantastic. So thank you very much.